John arrived on cue and in style for an event where their theme was "The Time Is Now." Every Vodacom Durban July is the culmination of years invested in bringing each racehorse to peak readiness. For designers, it's about capturing the moment, understanding where fashion is, and making it your own.
What are you thinking so far with regards to the fashion?
I can see some people have done kind of obvious things with clocks and that sort of thing. I wanted to see a little bit more interesting, so I'm going to look around, but it looks amazing. Everyone has really made an incredible effort, so I think it's all looking very great.
Speaking of obvious, I'm going to hide my time clock, so it's a bit too obvious. Terence, you've got the very difficult job of being a judge for one of the biggest fashion events of the year. But just give tips to viewers out there, when you're dressing for an event like this, a lot of people tend to go a little bit too over the top to kind of create that attention. What's that fine line of getting it right when you've got to push those boundaries?
I just think if the fine line for me is keep it personal, keep it sort of rooted in classic, but with little touches that I think kind of push it a bit and show your character. If you attach a personal character to it, I think it'll always look individual.
Some of South Africa's biggest names have made their first major statement by winning at the Vodacom Durban July. Georgina Brink did it with an outfit carrying a proudly Pan-African message.
Georgina, congratulations. Best young designer at one of the biggest fashion events of the year. Talk us through the winning outfit.
My concept is based on it being time for Africa to sort of move towards each other. So I've taken my own Dutch heritage and I've taken the Delft blue pottery and artworks, and I've used that sort of style of painting, and I've hand painted African botanica like aloes and proteas in all of the sleeves and the inserts in the skirt.
I love what you've done with the Dutch heritage and the traditional, what do you call these, the fascinators? You've done something very interesting there.
Thank you very much.
For his take on classic racewear for men, winning designer Nkosi Mhlongo delivered an arresting masculine interpretation of a traditionally feminine fabric.
What inspired the winning outfit?
The outfit is inspired by Sijava, the musician. He says it's good to be an African, so now it's time to present African. And this skirt is made out of Sitwaba, inspired by Sitwaba, used to wear by women in the old days.
Winning the day for the women's classic racewear, designer Zandile Mapamulo looked back in time for her 19th century inspiration.
So I used feathers because I wanted to give it that vintage look. My inspiration was the theme itself, time. I wanted to do something that is so Victorian, something that is classy, something that is timeless.
When race day called for a most striking couple, Brenda Waring replied.
Brenda, congrats. Best dressed couple at the July. That's quite an honor. What have you gone with here? What's the inspiration behind the designs?
I started with the inspiration with the arms of the watch and sort of built from there. I knew that I wanted to do a bow tie out of wood, so I went with the colors of the wood bow tie. I wanted some bling and I wanted something very, very wow, and this is wow, so yeah.
Milliners seized their finest hour, and Jade Naidu took top honors.
Jade, the July is as famous for its fascinators as it is for its horses, so this must be really special for you.
Well, I was inspired by the tense, past tense, present tense, and future tense. So this is the present, read all about it. And I love experimenting with different shapes, and yeah, it was about shapes for me. The spear sort of thing, everything revolves around the world, so that's what inspired me.
There was drama and passion in every outfit by David Tlale, as he accepted Vodacom's challenge to design a signature collection in red.
David, we're not used to seeing you in red. There's a bit of black still there, but the red is quite surprising for us.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a whole collaboration with Vodacom, and the partnership has been fantastic because, one, it challenged me from my comfort zone, and with time you fall in love with product, you fall in love with the color red, and I think also interpreting the color red has been like really fun because it's not something that I do on a daily basis. So the collection, it comprises of a lot of fabrications from polysoie, Thai silk, a bit of lace, and the most exciting part was when we developed our own print, which is inspired by the veins of the heart and some twigs, because everything evolves around the heart, the love, the passion, interpreting red, and also a bit of dancing. When you look into details, you'll see like some people like very sensual dancing happening within the print, just to say, let's fall in love again, and with fashion and also with horse racing.
This is a really cool partnership to be having with David Tlale.
To be honest, I'm delighted. I really am that when Vodacom calls, David listens. You know, David is known to only wear black, and I'm really delighted that he said not this time. And the range was just amazing. I mean, you've seen the reaction. And to David, we say thank you.
As the 18 runners were paraded ahead of one of the most prestigious races on the continent, a major purse was up for the winning.
With all the incredible fashion on display at Vodacom Durban July, we tend to forget the actual reason why we're here, and that's these beautiful animals over here. They're locked and loaded, they're ready, the jockeys are on standby, they're about to hit the starting line. Let's go hit the track and see who takes it home.
By the time Do It Again caught sight of the finishing line, the gelding looked to have it in the bag, but he didn't get it all his own way. Pushing him to the last were Made to Conquer and Elusive Silver. But winning jockey Anton Marcus managed the race like a master.
Once all the bravado settled down, the dust has settled, what is that feeling of taking such a massive, massive race?
We try and put the focus on the race. We try not to let the moment get to us, you know. But it'll kick in tomorrow morning, I'm sure.
Well done.
Thank you.
What's the secret to training not just the winning horse, but the horse that comes in second and third?
Look, it's a team. It all starts years in advance in picking the right horses and slowly maturing them and looking after them. I have that policy that I love my horses and they get nothing but the best, and in return, they normally run really fast for me. So we have a good relationship.
Something which our man Mups has with a lead designer on the day. Competition was tough, and he still stood out.
Maps, brother, how did you get to be dressed by David Tlale today? What makes you so special?
You know what? I think I was just really lucky. I happened to be a part of this this red experience, and David wanted to make a suit, and we decided to do something sort of together. But we want to keep it very sleek touches of red, so we kept it pretty simple. Nice black, because you know David loves black, and you know venturing a little bit more into a little bit more color. We had the red piping. The red on the inside, nice. And then the red popping here, a little touch of Simon and Mary as well. And then I think my favorite feature are these pants that he made though, you know, these high-waisted pants, yeah. A lot different, and yeah.
And how did you go about interpreting today's theme?
Well, I didn't have to do a lot of work. David Tlale did all of this by himself. I'm not a big fan of dresses, so he said he'll do something for me. I said, go right on. So this is what he came up with, so he deserves all the credit.
Okay, how's my favorite couple doing?
We're good, John. Not as lean as you, but we're good.
Yeah, it's winter, but we love the carbs and we love training.
Don't mention the bad word. Don't mention the bad word.
Carbs.
So July is Nelson Mandela Centenary Month. We're celebrating the great man. What has he meant to you over the years?
I was head boy in primary school, right? And one of the first, I think probably one of my most memorable moments was when Nelson Mandela came to the school at a leadership course that we had, you know, and because I was the head boy and represented my school, I had an opportunity to shake his hand and speak to him a little bit. The one thing that he told me, I'll always keep it with me, and he said, you know, you have a responsibility as a leader. So you must take up that responsibility and you must do it with honor, you know. And I mean, just the sacrifice and everything that is done for us, I wouldn't be able to be in the entertainment industry today if it wasn't for, you know, for all of the sacrifices. So it means everything.
Durban's biggest party never fails to deliver. South African fashion and horse racing are both in fine health and looking better than ever.